Yuba County 5, The Boys of Yuba County. Bill Sterling, 29, Jack Hewitt, 24, Ted Wire, 32, Jack Madruga, 30, Gary Matthews, 25. Bill and Jack had a mild intellectual disability, and Ted and Jack had learning difficulties. Last, Gary had been diagnosed with schizophrenic, which led him to discharge from U.S. Army. All the boys lived with their parents due to being disabled. The boys loved and watching basketball together and also played for the same basketball team called Gateway Gators. The boys were set to play the first game of the tournament sponsored by the Special Olympics, with the opportunity to win a free week in Los Angeles. This is how it all happened. The day before the tournament, February 24th, 1978, the boys laid out their uniform for the game, and Ted asked his mother to watch his new high-top Snickers. Gary reminded his mother to not let him sleep over at a friend's house. They were all looking forward to the tournament. That evening, the five decided to make a 50-mile drive to Chico to watch a college basketball game. They all got into Madruga's car, 1969 Mercury Montego. After the game, 3 blocks away, they stocked up the candy bars, snacks, and chocolate milks and some drinks for the ride home shortly after before 10 p.m. This proved to be the last time any of them were seen alive, when all the boys failed to come home. Ted's mother woke up at 5 a.m. with inexplicable feeling of anxiety and fear. She went to check on Ted and found out that his bed was empty, so she called Bill's mother, and who had been up since 2 a.m., found out Bill hasn't come home either. And all the parents found out none of the boys came home that night and called the police in the morning, feeling very terrified. February 27th, Monday. After the days of searching along the routes between Yuba City and Chico, park ranger notified the cops he had seen a car parked on the side of the Oroville-Quincy Road that runs through Plumas National Forest, which is 70 miles from Yuba City. Park ranger has seen the car parked there for a couple days, just never reported it, due to thinking that was a mountain skier's car, since a skier sometimes park the car side of the road and skis. And he saw the news and park ranger reported. The boys weren't dressed for winter weather in the mountains, and they had no reason for them to be on that road. Some of the boys hated cold and disliked spending time in the outdoors long period of time. When the police got to the vehicle, seats were littered with the wrappers of snacks and empty drinks. The keys were missing, but the gas tank was a quarter full, and the engine started immediately when the police hot-wired the car. The car was unlocked with one window up, in which that led to really odd for the parents. The car was stuck in the snowdrift with some evidence that they tried to free the car. Investigators were confident that the 5 men should have been easily able to push the car free if they had attempted to do so. The police organized the search, but due to the 2 days of blizzard, it made it really difficult. They found no evidence of the boys, and after 5 days, the search in the Plumas National Forest was abandoned. Then, there were 2 sightings of the boys, the people claimed. A man named Joseph Scones told the police that he had traveled up in the area. The car was found on February 24th. To check on the condition, he has planned for a ski trip to a cabin he owned in the area. He got stuck in the snow, so he got out, and while he was pushing his car out of the bunk, he suffered a mild heart attack, and this was confirmed with the doctor. He laid down inside the car for hours in paralyzing pain. He saw headlight appeared on the road right behind him. Scones pulled himself up and saw several men standing together along with the appeared-to-look woman with the baby. He yelled out for help. The group immediately stopped talking and turned off the headlight. A few hours later, he saw headlight turned on again, and he yelled out for help again. Then they turned off the headlights again. February 25th, pre-dawn hours, Scones decided he had recovered enough to walk down the mountains to a lodge where he could request for help. On his way, where hours earlier he had heard voices and seen the lights, it was now silent, dark, and empty. The boys' parents stated that it would be very out of character for them to ignore someone in need. Woman from Brownsville, 30 miles from where the car has been found, she claimed to have seen four of the missing men stopped at the store 2 days after their disappearance. They were in red pickup truck. Two of the men made a call at telephone booth outside the store before purchasing food and driving off. The store manager confirmed her account, who said that two of the men who he thought to be Wire and Hewitt had bought food and drinks from him. Hewitt brothers questioned the sighting, stating that Hewitt had extreme aversion to using the telephone. Several months has gone by since their disappearance. The boys' families put out a reward for information of the boys, and some of them turned to psychics. Then, Sunday, June 4th, 1978, a group of motorcyclists visited a Forest Service campsite nearly 20 miles from where the car has been found. They found the window of trailer located there broken. Inside, they found the decaying body of Ted Wire, stretched out on a bed wrapped in multiple sheets. There was a ring engraved with Ted, placed neatly on the table beside him, along with the gold necklace, his wallet containing cash, and gold watches the family said didn't belong to any of the boys. Though investigation of the body, it seemed that Ted had lived inside the trailer for 8 to 13 weeks before succumbing to starvation and hypothermia. His shoes were missing and his feet were severely frostbitten. After finding Ted, the searches of the surrounding areas were launched. They found the remains of Jack and Bill between their cars and the trailer. They have seemed to die from hypothermia. Police theorized that one of the two men had collapsed from hypothermia and the other had refused to leave him. Jack was found to have his car keys in his pocket, and seemed like animals have gotten the bodies of the boys. The father of the Jack, Madruga, joined the search party and located his son's spine and shoes 2 miles from the trailer. And Jack Hewitt's remain was found 100 yards away, the quarter mile from the trailer. Searchers found 3 Forest Service blankets and a rusted flashlight, suggesting breakout attempt. Tennis shoes belonged to the fifth boy, who is Gary Matthews, were found inside the trailer, but there was no sign of him anywhere. The thing that questioned investigators and police were that the boys walked 20 miles of snow to reach the trailer. And I guess they had to open up the sea ration can stored in the outside of the shed, but they didn't open any of the food that was inside. It had dehydrated meals, fruit cocktails, and even enough food to keep all 5 men alive for a year. There were also matches, fuels, propane tanks, paperback books, wood furniture to make fire as well. They didn't attempt to build a fire or to turn on the gas for cooking and heat, and it makes them why they didn't try. Madruga's mother later stated that she adamantly believed there is some force that made them go up there. They wouldn't have fled off into the woods like a bunch of quail. We know good and well that somebody made them do it. Wire's brother, on the other hand, believes that Matthews led other 4 men into the mountains to die. Jack, the former Yuba County Sheriff, appears to agree, talking to Beecham. And the Beecham said he believed that the men were forced to manipulate it, and while we will never know for sure if Matthews had a role in that, he personally believed that he did. He also claimed that some of other parents voiced concerns about Matthews' potential involvement in deaths of their sons. The tragedy Yuba County Five remains one of America's most disturbing and perplexing cold cases, and it is still unsolved in 2024. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.